What's happening, everyone? So we're going to be talking about Proton, also known as XPR. This is one of the most undervalued layer ones on KuCoin, in my personal opinion. This is a certified KuCoin gem. But as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. So for those of you who are new here and don't know much about Proton, I talked about Proton a few months back. But anyways, I'll just touch down on it really quick. Proton is a layer one platform. Pretty much you could build on Proton. It is the payment blockchain, guys. So pretty much programmable money that works. We'll scroll down here. Here are a few things you can expect from Proton. So they have the universal at names, which is very useful. It's a lot easier than using those long drawn out addresses. You know what I mean? So having to remember that address is a lot harder than just remembering somebody's at name. So it makes it so much easier to send money, because as you can see here, you need to send $20 to Fred. Just hit at Fred and it's as easy as that, instead of trying to be like, all right, Fred, so your number is 00XIEBEEEF, like, you know what I mean. But anyways, we also have the verified identity. It is built for stablecoins, so Proton supports multiple wrapped stablecoins, including USDC, PAX, and TUSD. And they are also very fast, guys. Very fast, with 4,000 TPS transactions per second. And then we also have users never pay gas. So that never pay gas, guys. $0, completely free. And then there's also the in-wallet payment request. And then there's just so much more on top of that that goes into Proton with their NFT platform and things like that we're going to get into later on in this video, which is probably up next, I think. So let's just jump over to that really quick. But before we do that, I wouldn't be doing the new people to Proton justice if I didn't mention that you can actually stake with Proton. And then there's also other resources, as you can see here on the Proton website. So definitely go ahead and check that out at protonchain.com. And you can go on here, you can look at the frequently asked questions that FAQ pretty much on what the original Proton is, what problems Proton is trying to solve, and so much more involving Proton. So here's a super duper cool thing about Proton. They have Proton Mint, which is pretty much like OpenSea but on Proton. So pretty much you can start creating and selling your own NFTs here and pretty much monetize your talent. If you're an artist, you can connect your wallet and you can just get started. It's just that easy. It's free to get started. So as you can see here, there are definitely some very talented artists here on the Proton Mint site, and there are just more and more that are slowly but surely coming and ending up on Proton every single day. Realistically, guys, every single day there's artists that are beginning to start on Proton and kind of trying things out and just putting their art out there for show, for hopefully to get monetized and paid for their artwork. And as you can see here, guys, there's some definitely interesting pieces of art on here. And if you guys are into NFTs, this is definitely something to look into, because in my personal opinion, this is just getting started. And I believe that over time, things are just going to take off, especially once NFTs start to take off in general. I think that Proton is definitely going to get some eyeballs with the Proton Mint, with Proton being so fast and with it being free to transact on. So this is definitely something to look into, because there are some very good projects in this bunch. I mean, I like all of them. I'm not going to knock anybody for their art, you know what I mean? Because I believe all art is real art. All art's true art. So definitely shout out to everybody on here. Oh man, definitely shout out to everybody on here that's just putting in work and putting their art out there on display. I really like that. But anyways, guys, this is Proton Mint. So if you guys are definitely interested in NFTs, I really definitely recommend that you come here and check this out, because there's some definitely good art. I think I said definitely like way too many times just then. But anyways, let's continue on here. So this is the Proton Twitter page right here. I just want to put this in here really quick, because if you're not following Proton, definitely do so on Twitter at Proton XPR. And if you guys aren't following me, definitely follow me on there as well, because when I post things, I can post things a lot faster on Twitter than I can in YouTube. So anyways, one of the most recent things to go on with Proton is the implementation of WebAuth.com, which is pretty much the web authenticator. So the new Proton mobile wallet and authenticator is WebAuth.com. The brand new WebAuth.com mobile applications are now live on Android and iOS. So if you're ready to try it out, go ahead and download it, because this is where you'll actually be able to get the decentralized reality of Proton, pretty much, guys. So you'll definitely be able to get started with Proton, and you'll be able to stake and use all the features on that app. So what exactly is WebAuth.com? It is the new industry standard for device authentication and identity management, payment processing, and cryptocurrency transactions for Web 3.0. So if you guys want to read up about this, definitely show up on Proton's site. Here's a little preview of the app itself. Very, very well laid out. I'm really liking the app, and I have it downloaded on my phone as well as the old one, which I need to get rid of because I'm going to be using this one from here on out, obviously. But anyways, how does WebAuth stack against the competition? So I'm going to read the first paragraph here. One of the most popular forms of 2FA is Google Authenticator. So pretty much what Google Authenticator is if you guys are using KuCoin, obviously a lot of us use KuCoin. KuCoin actually asks that you use a authenticator whenever trying to do things like withdrawals. So they'll ask you for, I think, your password in an email, and then there's the authenticator aspect of it. So pretty much this method is popular not because it's particularly strong or superior to other alternatives, but simply because it's Google. So pretty much it's the first thing you see when you do a Google search for a 2FA method. Imagine that. So it's the first option you're given when you're setting up a 2FA method for most online accounts. But just because it's the most popular choice doesn't mean it's the best choice. So pretty much Google Authenticator works well enough if you have a physical possession of the device that you are using the Authenticator account on. For example, let's say you use Google Authenticator in combination with a password for an online financial account. You go to log in, you enter your password, and you enter the randomly generated numbers from the Google Authenticator app. Simple enough, right? But what happens is if you lose your phone right before you need the access to those funds without the account online, then pretty much you're out of luck, guys, because that's just how Google Authenticator works. But hopefully you have a few business days to spare, as providing your identity using Web 2.0 is going to take a while, obviously, because with Google you're going to have to go through the lengthy process of pretty much trying to get them to grant you access back to whatever account that is, especially if you change devices like that. So pretty much we'll scroll down here. So basically what Web Authenticator is doing is pretty much trying to put Google Authenticator on the sidelines and pretty much be like, yo, 3.0 is here. And if that already wasn't enough information, then there's this. So Proton made history by opening donations for the first bank of the United States. As you can see here, it was featured on CBS in Philly. So I'll go ahead and play this for you guys to listen to right here. This is just insane in its own, because the way that like most banks kind of think about crypto, the fact that they were willing to accept this is just bullish in its own, and it's a definite move forward in the crypto space, in my personal opinion. Very excited for Proton and happy that they were able to achieve this and get this done, because this is a big step forward, because it's kind of showing them firsthand exactly how great crypto can be. You know what I mean? Especially Proton in general. So I'm going to go ahead and press play here so you guys can listen to this really quick.
A cryptocurrency company donates $100,000 to help restore a Philadelphia landmark. Leaders of Metallicus joined National Park officials and supporters outside the First Bank of the United States on South 3rd Street. They used phones to make the transfer. Now, the building was constructed in the mid-1790s. The nonprofit Independence Historical Trust is hoping to...
Yeah, you see how quick they were, like, shocked how fast that worked? Just like that, guys. It's Proton for you.
The donation that the Trust Board set this morning will enable the project to move closer to our goal, and we are so close. Where people who have marveled at the exterior The stunning exterior of this building can also be amazed by its magnificent interior and learn about the financial foundation of our country.
Well, the CEO and co-founder of Metallicus said it is fitting for cryptocurrency companies to help preserve America's financial history.
And being able to see that video was pretty awesome because pretty much Proton is trying to help preserve the first bank of the United States. And usually banks and crypto don't mix very well. As I've witnessed firsthand with trying to purchase a house, they gave me hell and back on my bank statements through Coinbase and stuff like that. And had a lot of questions regarding crypto. So it's very awesome to see that a bank is actually willing to kind of give crypto a try, and that Proton was actually there to kind of get crypto out there, you know? I couldn't even find any words for it, guys. But anyways, let's continue on to the next thing. So as you can see over here, over 3 billion XPR has been staked on Proton. That is $50 million of locked value. And also Proton has been actively burning tokens on a consistent basis. I think last burn they did somewhere around 4 million tokens, a little bit over 4 million tokens. So Proton's definitely making moves as far as tokenomics and stuff like that goes, but they're also making moves economically as well, and in the finance sector. So that's very, very nice to see as well. And they're also putting and dipping their foot in on what was it? Let me come over here. They're dipping their foot in the loan section, fiat, KYC, Metal Pay EU, and more. So the team is definitely putting in work. They're definitely trying to touch down on all bases, and that's something that is very, very unique and special when you're looking at layer 1 projects, guys. So anyways, I know a lot of you are probably interested in checking this out. So this is currently where the price of Proton is. Proton is at rank 374 and has I don't even know if I should even look at this because of what happened last time, guys. I honestly don't. But anyways, these are the stats right here. So pretty much all I'm going to use this for is this chart right here that I drew out. I wasn't even going to use it at first, but I'm like, I guess I'll use it. So pretty much we had this run up, and then as you can see here, we had the downtrend that's recently happened with just crypto going down right now. And with all the scariness with the end of the year with the Fed and stuff like that. So this is what I'm looking at for Proton right now in our current state. As you can see here, we've printed another green candle since I've drawn this. But as you can see, we're getting very, very, very tight here. And from what I'm seeing on this green line, the amount of upside that we have in Proton right now is decent. We can see Proton move up to 2 cents in the near term if things were to go in a bullish notion. But I'll also speak on the downside as well. If we do go down, I don't see us going below a penny. So if we do go below a penny and we go to 0.0099 or anywhere below that level, I believe that it's going to get bought up very, very swiftly, and things will come right back up to this 1 cent range for support. But for right now, we're just kind of consolidating, and we're just kind of at range pretty much. We're just waiting for Proton to make a move. But we're coming up to that point where a move is going to have to be made to either the upside or the downside. I know it's super easy to say. I know everybody says that. But honestly, that's pretty much what we're looking at here. Is we're going to be looking at a very violent move up or a very violent move down. And that's kind of with the whole entire market at this point. So with that being said, that's what I'm currently looking at as far as chart-wise. I didn't do anything too spectacular with the charts today, but I'll definitely come back to this one on a different day in another video if you guys actually request that, and I'll do a more in-depth chart analysis. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today's video. If you like my content, definitely think about subscribing. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get to you guys. Thanks for watching.